Hi guys, and welcome back to Pass and Move. For today's episode, we got a nice, exciting game for you here against Arsenal in the English Community Shield at Wembley. It is August. We've been through the pre-season and the majority of the transfer window. We've got a couple of updates for you here. Obviously, the league hasn't begun yet, but we've made a couple of changes. We could have a quick look at the pre-season friendly. So I went on tour in Central Europe as well as Eastern Europe, try and get any more followers and things like that, and play against a number of competitive teams like CSKA Moscow, Monaco, Bayern. They're all good teams, Anderlecht as well. We managed to beat all the teams other than Shakhtar of all the opponents. I thought we'd lose against Bayern, but we managed to beat Bayern too, and I'll show you what I've done so far. This Chesterfield game, however, wasn't really part of the tour. It was just because they asked us to join them in a testimonial for one of their players, so I just agreed anyways. But yeah, a number of changes I've done. One of the things I've done to the team itself is added a few youngsters. So we got Joel Pereira now playing as a backup goalkeeper. We've let Romero go. He's on high wages for no reason, don't really play him. De Gea hardly gets injured. And you know how it is with goalkeepers. We also brought in Axel Tuanzebe and Tahith Chong, as well as Neil Oliver into the team. Neil Oliver's the only one who's an actual regen, but yeah, he is ready for Premier League football, and he's only 18 years of age, and he's the deep line playmaker. He's decent on defend. He can improve with a couple of things such as positioning and work rate. We'll hopefully get through to that. But yeah, the other two are actual proper real players. So we've got Tahith Chong, who's a left winger. That's probably his best position. He can probably play as an advanced playmaker as well, but his passing is not too great, so we're going to keep him on as a winger. Could do a job as an inside forward, I guess, but he'd have to improve his finishing first. But anyways, I want to play with wingers and not inside forward, so he's best. We're going to be playing him on the left wing, see what he can do this year. He's also one of the players ready for Premier Division football, one of the youngsters. Finally, we got Axel Tuanzebe, who's 21 years old, English. Great stats all round, and he's also ready for Premier League football, so we're going to get him into the team now, and we're going to get rid of a couple of players. So we've already managed to sell Blind, but we're struggling with selling Depay and Rojo. Reason I've sold Blind was because Blind was actually his ability just sort of fell. He wasn't capable of being a leading player for most Premier Division sides. He's actually just a good considered as good ability basically, and I'm not sure why he was a leading player when he's playing a left back. When I switched to him to midfield, central midfield in the deep lying playmaker defend duty, he sort of struggled. Didn't really perform that well, so it was a bit disappointing. Really, I thought he would be able to adapt because he's already a natural in that position. He's got the attributes for it too, but for some reason he couldn't. He's 29 years of age, so we just moved him on to Aston Villa. Depay, the same thing, didn't really fulfill potential. He's playing as an inside forward, which isn't a role I really like. I want to be playing as a winger to stretch opposition as much as possible. But yeah, didn't fulfill his potential either. He's only a good player. So we'll be giving Tahith Chong a chance to become a leading player for us. And the same goes for Axel, basically. With Rojo, he hasn't anywhere near his potential. It's long overdue, really. He's only considered a good player. He has played decently whenever we have played him, but we just need to step up our players' abilities, considering how the past few seasons have gone. I mean, we really could have been winning a couple of the games that we've lost. But yeah, I think we can get into today's game. The only tactical change that I've done, this is the team we'll be going with, the standard first choice players across the team. Only one missing is Paul Pogba, who managed to get injured in the pre-season. He's out for 2 to 4 weeks with strained knee ligaments. Even actually Mata has been injured. I completely forgot about that, but he's not too long. Probably why I forgot he's been injured. Still great stats overall. His physicals are starting to drop a little bit. He's 31 years of age now, and he's dropped from being a star player to a good player now. So I think this is his last season. Probably I'm hoping he'll actually retire after the season, because I don't want to hang on to him too long. I'm expecting a sort of passing the baton, I guess you could call it, whatever, from Mata to Januzaj. So I'm expecting Januzaj to step up, give it one last shove to hopefully fulfill his potential as a leading player. If he doesn't become a leading player, we'll be moving him on as well. Now he's only a good player, so this is really an important season for Adnan Januzaj. So Tahith Chong is going to be playing back up to Marcus Rashford. Axel Tuanzebe will eventually get his chance in the team, but the backup to Smalling and Jones is actually Bailly. But yeah, I think we can get into today's game. The only tactical change I've made is I've actually gotten rid of roam from positions and added be more expressive instead. Helped us beat Bayern. We created 5 clear-cut chances against one of the top teams in Europe. It was only a pre-season friendly, but it got me a bit excited. The reason being I got rid of roaming from positions is that the roaming playmaker already roams. So if we add the roaming instruction for the team overall, then the roaming playmaker roam even further, or roam even more, so to speak. So I think that's what exposed our team a couple of times. Even Verratti was forced into making quite a number of yellow cards, conceding quite a number of yellow cards, because he was quite often isolated basically. So I think things work a little bit better now. When Mkhitaryan will move on eventually, and that means we can finally switch to the winger role when he moves on. And Rashford's going to be around for ages, so I'm hoping. Not sure what to do about Rashford. He's still 21. He's played incredibly as an inside forward, so it's going to be a while until we can move this into a winger role as well. But yeah, we'll play as is for now. So let's get into today's game and see how we can perform against Arsenal, the Premier League winners. We are the FA Cup winners, of course. And we've got Callum Gribben on the bench just because Mata has been injured. I don't expect to use him. But as you guys know, I like to keep 2 players per position. And just to give a chance to the youngsters. If anyone ever gets injured, we can bring a youngster into the team. If I didn't mention before, the board are actually happy with the number of players I've given, the number of youngsters I've given a chance to. So I think I will actually tell my players I expect them to come back with a trophy, even though we are not favourites for this game according to the expert and the odds. Hopefully this will spur them on to win. We just need to make a quick tactical change. They're playing with an advanced playmaker, so we're just going to have Verratti, Mark, Jack Wilshere. Shouldn't be too hard. Verratti is definitely a better player in the game anyways. I'm not sure, in real life, people can debate whatever they want, but in my opinion Verratti is better than him in real life too. Just going to quickly change a few things. It was pre-season friendly, so I didn't have most of these stats on. Nice little 3D intro as always, and we'll get into today's game. And Arsenal going to kick off, and Paulo, I think it's Paulo or Pablo, I can't remember. Dybala, the dangerous man, the danger man against us. Basically, he's managed to score against us in every single game he's played in, if I'm not mistaken. They managed to bring in Ruben Neves, who's an incredible player for, in FM17, but we do have the ball in Herrera. So, I don't know, the ball just bounces off and Verratti could have found Martial, but instead it's Arsenal with the ball again, and they do well to find Dybala instead, and now we've suddenly exposed. I think that was Arsenal's first clear-cut chance of the game, but I don't think the match engine considered that as a clear-cut chance. Anyways, it's a good ball. I'm not a fan of how teams get in behind us quite easily. We're going to switch to control. Paulo Dybala is injured. That's great for us. Arsenal having the majority of the shots, so that's not good. So we're going to switch to control, see what we can do about that. Hopefully switch things around into our favour. De Gea plays it to Jones, and Jones finds Herrera. Can he do something special in the absence of Paul Pogba? He dribbles a little bit, but plays it square to Verratti. Now it's Verratti's chance to shine. He finds Mkhitaryan. He's cutting inside. This is exactly why I don't really like inside forwards. I like to stretch teams. So instead it's Shaw who plays it across to Martial, and it is us who draw first blood. Incredible play overall. Great ball through from Shaw. Great cross basically. The through ball was actually from Herrera. And we've exposed their high wingers basically. I'm not sure who that was. I think it's Williams. So they're playing one of the youngsters, I guess. But Martial makes no mistake to tuck that in. And as you can expect, he scored 40 goals last season. And we've had the less shots, but we have the key stat that matters here in the top left corner. We do have the ball again. Hopefully Rashford can do something special. He is bringing the ball forward, dribbling. Martial has it now, and he finds Mario Fernandes, who's one of the best fullbacks in the game, if you ask me. Just incredible stats overall. But we do have the ball again, and Smalling just boots it forward instead of trying to find someone. I think Smalling's our only centre-back who's considered as a leading player for most Premier League sides. A bit of dangerous play there from Ander Herrera. But as you can see from the roaming playmaker, he's already... oh, that is a banging goal from Ruben Neves. I did not expect that whatsoever. We're going to get another chance to look at this, but From a deep line playmaker, you would not expect that type, unless he's on support duty, but really, that's just incredible. Watch this. Januzaj just poor, leaving his man. I think De Gea can do a little bit better there, but either way, it's 1-1. And I completely forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, I think what I was talking about was the roaming playmaker position. So as you can see, Herrera is actually defending a little bit more now, just because he's not being allowed to roam completely. But we are allowing our players to be more expressive. And since we're one of the top teams, we should be, giving my players that freedom. And I think that was our first clear-cut chance of the game. For some reason, Marshall's missed that. Mario Fernandes put a poor ball into the box, but Mustafi put it on a plate for Mkhitaryan, who sets Marshall just perfectly, to tuck it in for us. But for some reason, Headers wasn't up to it. And actually, I don't know why I said for some reason. Marshall's heading is actually not that great, if I'm not mistaken. We can probably find it here. Yeah, he's only got heading of 11, so you can't expect much. Some of his stats have improved. Still 23. We got him on training for advanced forward, and hopefully that should help improve that stat. But anyways, I'm not really sure what to tell my players here. They have been playing decently, but not quite well enough. I'm going to tell them if we can get a goal. Some of them are switched off, so I guess that wasn't actually just one of them switched off. I think that's Mkhitaryan. But yeah, we do need that one goal, so let's see what we can do in the second half here. And just to double check whether Wilshere he is still the advanced playmaker. We haven't really seen much of Wilshere in this game. It is Ruben Neves. I think he is playing on a deep line playmaker defend duty. He seems to be the one who's holding it down for them in midfield, but it is Arsenal who get a chance through a set piece, and hopefully this won't amount to much. Herrera does well to clear the ball, and it looks like he almost got onto it first, but it is Ruben Neves with the ball again, and Wilshere finds Welbeck, our former youth product, and De Gea clears the ball quite poorly, and it is Arsenal with the ball again. I think I will switch. That's just a wild shot from Iwobi. I think I will switch the goalkeeping instructions to actually pass it to one of our defenders, because we don't seem to be doing too well, just losing the ball quite often. Adnan Januzaj, Verratti and Rashford haven't really had great games today. Might be making some changes. I think I will. It is only a Community Shield game. I mean, it would be nice to win the trophy and start our season well, but it's not, too much of a big deal if we don't. Might bring on Callum Gribben for Januzaj. And yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and do that. We can move Mkhitaryan across to the left wing and bring on Lingard for Rashford. Normally I would not be doing any of these changes whatsoever. I would actually be showing some of my players some faith, but it's early. We want to win this game, and it's not too much of an issue showing some faith in some of the backup players in a trophy that doesn't matter too much. We'll switch to attacking duty soon. I feel like we have more to offer, and the game's almost coming to a close. We've got about 25 minutes left now, and Arsenal have been making some of their changes. It looks like we'll have the ball here, and Oliver, who has played for us previously, but can he do something special in his breakthrough season? Williams goes on a darting run. That was just incredible. Who on earth was that? Let's have a quick look at him actually. He's actually 25 years old. I never heard of this player. I don't know why I haven't heard of him before. I played for Atletico Bilbao. How come I've never heard of him? He is playing as a winger. His dribbling's great. His acceleration and pace is great. He is quite the dangerous player. I think I will switch to attacking mentality and switch a couple of the players to attacking duties as well. And see whether we can push on and win this game now. Only 20 minutes left. Hopefully they don't really score from the set piece, and Mkhitaryan does have the chance to set us on the break. It's Marshall versus two players. Mkhitaryan running into the far post. Instead, Gibbs just fouls Marshall. For some reason got away with a yellow card there, but yeah, we're on attack duty now. Can we push on? Oliver with the ball. He finds Herrera. Just a poor ball forward, but instead he wins it back, and Gribben has a chance to do something here. Marshall's dropped for the ball, finds Lingard, who's a winger. Can he cross something in? He finds Gribben, and Gribben scores his first goal for the club, and that is one of our youngsters. And now we can switch around to being a bit more defensive. I'm not sure whether I think I'll keep us. I think we look a bit better on attacking duty. Keep us here for a few more moments until the end of, closer towards the final minutes of the game. But yeah, I think Gribben's a bit lucky there, just bounces off Koscielny, I think. Quite the deflection, but he was going to get it on target anyway, so it's counted as his goal. If he doesn't take that effort, then it doesn't go in. So Arsenal have gone for some reason a bit more defensive. So we're just going to take the specific marking Wilshere off because there's no one playing an advanced playmaker position here anymore. This is why I like to keep the formation on. But yeah, I think Arsenal are a bit scared of what we've done lately, so I'm going to keep us on for attacking even though there's only 3 minutes left, and it looks like we'll finally beat Arsenal and finally win the Community Shield. They do have a new manager in Carlo Ancelotti, who won the Premier League for them last season. He seemed to have started poorly, but he ended so well to the point that they won the Premier League. So Ancelotti not doing poorly at all. We've been a bit lucky, I guess you could say, that... God, I was a bit scared there for a second. We've been a bit lucky, I was going to say, that Paulo Dybala has been injured, and we've won the trophy. We've won the Community Shield. Not too bad at all. Not a bad way to start our season and show that we mean business. And I think the be more expressive tactic has added a bit more of an advantage to us. I mean, Arsenal only scored through a belter of a goal, really, not through some amazing piece of play or any tactical faults or anything of that sort. But yeah, in terms of when we'll be back, I think we will return we'll be doing the same thing as last season, which is, I think, every 7 Premier League games we'll be back. So I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think we will show the game against Leicester. It'd be interesting to play the former 2016 champions, I think. I don't know what year it was. I mean, it was last year, but I don't know whether 2015-2016 season, basically. But anyways, I think that'll be all for today. Sometimes I might be showing some of the cup games, depends on how it was. Last season I showed you guys the Real Madrid game in the Champions League. That was pretty interesting, so it's fun to show. But generally we will be going with the 7 Premier League games. We will see how it goes. I mean, we could show you this Arsenal game. It'll be a bit boring to show 2 episodes in a row with Arsenal. Maybe we show you the Liverpool game here. We'll see how it goes, really. See how the season develops. Hopefully this will be our season. It's the 4th season in charge. The team looks completely, well, not completely, but quite different to the team that I inherited now. We're starting to bring in a couple of players. I still haven't spent any of the money whatsoever, 125 million. Actually, I should update you quickly on what's been going on. The reason why I'm a bit hesitant to spend money with United is that we've got a huge debt when you first take them. They've got 500 million in debt. We brought it down to about 300 million. We can only actually pay off 60 million of it. And it seems like every season it gets a little bit more tougher to get rid of that debt. We're doing quite well financially, but until we get rid of that debt, we can't be comfortable. We've got 300 million in debt. That's crazy. Like, we still have, by the looks of it, 8 more seasons to go before we actually get rid of it completely. Every month we're paying about 4 million, in debt, basically paying 4 million off. So that's not pleasant at all. We want to get rid of that. Help us with the financial fair play too. We'll pass it, of course, now, but I'm not too proud of that. So we'll, won't spend unless necessary, basically. And I didn't need to this year. I didn't need to bring in a left winger or a centre back or the central midfield either, because we had the players in the youth team. Basically, they're ready for Premier League football. So why not play them in the Premier League rather than move them on or loan them or anything like that? I think Neil Oliver is going to be a great player for us. He's got high determination. He's more than likely to end up being, as it says here, a key player for the team. We'll see how he gets on this season. It'll be interesting how things develop. But yeah, I think that'll be all for today. So if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching.